Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Chopping It Up. No notes, straight from the throat. Hey, listen, let's get started. First of all, happy Saturday. I thank for all y'all tuning in. Thanks for your tremendous support. A lot of you share my videos. A lot of you chime in. A lot of you hit me up on the side. I appreciate it all. As much as I do this for me, I also do it for y'all. I like the feedback. I love sports. This is my passion. So I don't mind mixing it up with y'all every morning or any morning I get an opportunity. So I appreciate y'all. Again, you can follow me on YouTube. All you have to do is search Troy, Ramel, Royal. I need subscribers. Please subscribe for me. I would appreciate that so much. Facebook has just alerted me. They congratulated me on this is my 100th broadcast. What started out as just a contest for ESPN has now reached 100 broadcasts. Hey, that's tremendous. And again, I want to thank you guys for your support. All right. Well, let's get started. Happy Saturday. The NBA playoffs. If there is a disappointing team out there, it has to be the Toronto Raptors. I came into this playoff saying that if there's a team in the East that can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, it would be Toronto. I was impressed with the moves that they made during the trade deadline. I was impressed with the moves that how Coach Casey handled this team through the challenges of starting the season with DeRozan in and out of the lineup and finishing the season with Kyle Lowry out of the lineup, and with the acquisitions of Ibaka and PJ Tucker. I thought he did a tremendous job. I really did. I thought he did a tremendous job. And as I'm looking at this team, I'm saying, what happened to the team that I envisioned? Well, it started with Dwayne Casey, first of all. I thought in the Milwaukee series, he did a great job by going small against Milwaukee to regain momentum and to win that series. But in this series, he used that same lineup in Milwaukee against Cleveland. Let me say something about Cleveland, and this is going to be interesting. Cleveland plays small. They play a style that's small with a big lineup. They play a style that's small with a big lineup. But here's what happens. If you don't have the right big man on Tristan Thompson, he can affect the whole game. So, to me, the first two games, Coach Casey forfeited by not starting Valanciunas. The lineup for me for Toronto against Cleveland from game one should have been Lowry, DeRozan, Tucker, Ibaka, Valanciunas. Listen, Tristan Thompson is not going to win a game statistically. In other words, he's not going to have a 30-point-15 game. 30 points, 15 rebound game. He is not. But he can affect the game by his mere presence. He's a great rebounder. He's a good help defender. And he's a club. If you don't put a big guy on him, he can be very effective. You're not going to win games with Norm Powell guarding LeBron and Ibaka guarding Tristan Thompson. You got to match size for size when it comes down here. I thought Ibaka could chase Kevin Love around. I thought Valanciunas would neutralize Tristan Thompson, and they often get the best of him. But you needed to start PJ Tucker against LeBron, not Norm Powell. First of all, PJ Tucker, you can sacrifice his offense in the starting five. Norm Powell, you need his offense coming off the bench, especially when you got DeMario Carroll not scoring, and Patrick Patterson forgot to bring his shot to the rim. He has not been able to be effective off the bench for whatever reason. Patrick Patterson, he's got to come off the bench and play like a Shannon Fry, at least. And he has not done that. But on the other side of the ledger, I want to take nothing away from the Cavs. Although I'm rooting against them, they're coming out and handling their business the way you're supposed to do as a defending champion. They're coming out and just handling their business from start to finish. I mean, in the first two games, total command, total domination. This game here, I figured Toronto would win last night. It was a very close game. It was anybody's game going into the fourth quarter. The score at the time was 79-77. And in the fourth quarter, Toronto gets outscored 36-17 or 36-19, whatever it might be. How does that happen? I like to know. How does that happen? How does that happen? I tell you how. Bad coaching and lack of focus. Bad coaching, lack of focus. This game was there for you, and you let it slip away. Not only did you let it slip away, you got embarrassed in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This one's a sweep. With Kyle Lowry iffy for game 4, there's no way they come back and win. And I want to throw some numbers at you. Yeah, LeBron had 35 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. But it wasn't like Kyrie Irving had a big game. He only had 16 points. Kevin Love had 16 points, 13, 14 rebounds. Korver came off the bench. He had 14 points. But it wasn't like one of those really big 3 nights or someone off the bench was just unstoppable. I just don't understand it. What Casey needs to put this one on his back. And I don't see them bouncing back from this one here. This one here is going to be this is the one that drives you crazy in the offseason because you prepared for this series. You saw these guys last year. Last year with a weaker team, you did a better showing. This one here, you have to dig deep. Question is now, after the sweep occurs, do you resign Kyle Lowry? Is he coming back? A lot of questions in the offseason. But the biggest question that this team had, and this point in the NBA where the three-point shot is relevant and a major factor. I mean, 3-on-1 fast court breaks. Good morning, Rock. How you doing? And with 3-on-1 fast court breaks, now you have guys running to the three-point line, no longer running to the basket for a lob or just for a layup. They're running to the three-point line. Toronto needs to get a three-point shooter. They don't have any. So while Cleveland is shooting threes, they can't catch up because they don't have a three-point shot. As good as DeRozan is, and he might be the game's best mid-range jump shot shooter in the game right now that Carmelo is on a slide, they don't have that three-point shooter to keep them in the game or to match the opposing team's three-point shooters. And Cleveland takes a lot of three-point shots. So they got some questions. Do they bring back Kyle Lowry? There's a lot of questions there. Is he the guard to lead them? And if they do bring him back, where are they going to find this three-point shooter? DeMarre Carroll was great in Atlanta, a bust in Toronto. We got to call it for what it is. A bust in Toronto. Just a bust. So there's going to be a lot of questions for them in the offseason. But no doubt in my mind, they're getting swept. I believe next game might be Sunday. It might be Monday. It doesn't matter. It's over. And the good thing about it is they don't have far to go home. They are home. But they're getting swept. And moving right along to the Houston-San Antonio series. Listen, before this series started, I had San Antonio in 6. Okay? After the blowout that they received in Game 1 at the hands of the Houston Rockets, I said, oh, man. This might be a problem for San Antonio. They don't have that legit 4 that can go out and guard Ryan Anderson out on the perimeter. But why did I doubt Popovich? I mean, is there a better coach in the league in making adjustments than Pop? The way these last 2 games have gone, you almost forgot about Game 1. They lost by 30. They had 126 points, Houston, in Game 1. And now they failed to score 100 points in the last 2 games. Oh, meanwhile, LaMarcus Aldridge reappeared last night, as he had 26 points last night. Kawhi Leonard had 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists to lead the way. Patty Mills off the bench for 14 points. And I want to talk about that. I like what Pop did with that. Tony Parker is down. Instead of inserting Patty Mills in the starting lineup, he went with the rookie out of Washington, DeJounte Murray. Not for production. Because that's not how I view. Because I don't think anybody can replace. I don't think anybody can replace Tony Parker in the starting lineup. But if you put Patty Mills there, he might do an admirable job. But who's going to replace Patty Mills coming off the bench? Would DeJounte Murray be able to do that? No. So what he does, he put him in a starting lineup because he can kind of hide him there. Because really, Kawhi Leonard can handle the ball. Danny Green can handle the ball a little bit. And meanwhile, you don't mess up your rotation on the bench. I thought that was a clever move, a smart move by Pop. And guess what? It paid off. Because everything still went according. Kawhi Leonard pretty much was the ball handler in the first unit. 7 assists, 26 points. Still managed to get his 10 rebounds. And a vicious dunk over Capella. I mean, just a vicious one-handed dunk over Capella. And meanwhile, Patty Mills in his rotation comes out there, maybe plays a little bit more minutes. But 14 points. Second unit don't skip a beat. Does not skip a beat. In the meantime, where was Houston's bench? Ryan Anderson, 0. Lou Williams, 0. Eric Gordon, I think he may have 12. Trevor Ariza, he's in the starting lineup. He was 5 for 5 in the first half from 3, finished 5 for 12 for the game from 3. I think he had 17 points. But James Harden, 43 points. He was the star. Make no mistakes about it. He was the star. You know, he's been labeled as a choker. I've been wanting to say that. He didn't choke last night. He came to play. Nobody else came to play. And his assists are not special passes, guys. It's just that when the defense comes to him, he throws it out to a wide open 3. If they make it, he rallies assists. If they don't make it, it's a long rebound. Chances are fast break the other way. And we've seen some of that last night. And the fact that San Antonio made a conscious effort to get Aldridge involved in the game. They pounded the ball inside, slowed the game down. Most of their shots were shot with 5 seconds left. And guess what? It eliminated fast break opportunities for Houston to run out on a break, run to the three-point line, and jack up a shot. What a game by San Antonio to recapture home court advantage. Tremendous display. A tremendous display last night. Well-coached game by the Spurs. I would not be surprised if Houston doesn't win another game. Their spirits could be broken right now. All because the way San Antonio made adjustments and came back. And like I said, last night we seen the reappearance of LaMarcus Aldridge. That has to be a healthy and welcome sight for all Spurs fans and Spurs management. As I don't see Houston winning another game in this series. Just like Toronto. And just like Utah. As they play tonight against Golden State in Utah, I don't see them winning another game either. Maybe close games, maybe even one overtime game, but I don't see them winning a game. Golden State is just too in tune right now. Everything is riding high, flying well. They got it going. Don't see it. I see Utah going down 0-3 at home tonight. I'm going to switch gears to baseball, and then I'll close with boxing. What a pair of dramatic wins for both New York teams last night. Outstanding. Listen, I'm a Met fan. You see the hat? Anytime Miami is playing the Mets, I just chalk it up as a 3-game sweep. the Mets is going to get swept. The Miami Marlins just happens to have the Mets number. Nothing the Mets can do. And you can see they were down big, 7-3. However, Mets had a big seventh inning. Scored 5 runs late in the seventh inning. And then the pitching staff came out there and held it down for 2 innings. Familia gets his 3rd save of the year. Mets somehow clawed to an 8-7 win. Unbelievable. I don't know how to explain it, but they got the undrafted 6-year minor leaguer out of the Bronx, Rivera, playing first base, hitting home runs, doubles. He's doing it all. Conforto, I don't like him at the leadoff spot, but he's hitting the ball hitting the cover off the ball. He's batting about .356 on the season. He had a base hit. Jose Reyes is coming around slowly but surely. He's getting a hit. The old man Granderson, he knocked a home run. Just outstanding contribution. I don't know how the Mets do it. I don't know how they do it. But they get it done last night, 8-7 in dramatic fashion. I just hope they can pull off another win today and possibly tomorrow as they owe Miami a sweep. So kudos to the Mets for getting it done. They got a long way to go. And then there's the Yankees. Down 2-0, top of the 9th in Wrigley Field against the defending World Series champions. And what do? Brett Gardner with a 3-run homer, the leadoff hitter at that. A 3-run homer. Yankees would have come from behind. Dramatic win in Chicago. Unbelievable what the Yankees are doing this year. They could be the best team in baseball, but right now they are clearly the best story in baseball. And I'll tell you, if you don't put them away now, they're going to be around towards the end of the season. And they got a few veterans over there that knows what it is to play in late September and early October. This team could be a tough out. It could be a tough out. It could be a tough out. Good wins for both teams, Mets and Yankees. And then boxing. If you're a boxing fan tonight, you're in for a treat. Find somewhere to watch it. I know I will. Canelo against Chavez. I think Chavez needs his dad in the ring. I'm a Canelo fan. I'm going with the red-headed Mike Tyson out of Mexican. Yes, that's what I call him because he's got the power. He's got the speed. He's only getting better. He started out as a youngster just like Mike Tyson, but I think he's a little bit more polished than Mike Tyson from an all-around standpoint. However, this kid's the real deal. As I said before, one of the few times you can really benefit from a loss, and I think he did when he lost to Floyd Mayweather, because since then he's been lights out. I like Canelo to knock him out in the 11th round. I just see a late inning knockout. I don't think Chavez Jr. lasts the whole 12. Some people are trying to tell me that Chavez is this, Chavez is that, and he's got a chance. I don't think so. He's been, he's only got 1 loss in his career, but he just seemed like he's been inconsistent outside of the media. I just outside of the ring, I should say. I'm not a fan of Chavez Jr. Guys, I'm just not. Yeah, he's got it done in the past or whatever the case is, but I'm going with Canelo to knock this kid out in the 11th round. Plain and simple. I don't see it going to full 12. I really think Canelo knocks him out. And even if it goes 12, Canelo's going to win the decision. I don't see Chavez really bothering Canelo that much. But nevertheless, it should be a good fight. Enjoy it. We'll chop it up tomorrow for sure about it. But in the meantime, you guys have a great Saturday. And I'll get at you soon in 24. Peace and blessings. Y'all be good. This is Chopping It Up with Ramel. No notes, straight from the throat. All right? Shot.